A brand new report has hit on The Batman Part 2. This time, we're talking about director Matt Reeves, possibly former director Matt Reeves of The Batman, who is not being listed on productions of The Batman Part 2, which has now been pushed back from this fall into spring of next year. So if you've been keeping up with the saga that is the development of The Batman Part 2, you know that it's been stop and go for quite a long time. Every time we hear that the film is ready to shoot in the next 6 to 8 months, we get a delay, and it's constantly been the same thing over and over. Now, there's plenty of reasons for why it happened before, from writers and actors going on strike, which substantially delayed the film, to recent rumors that some seem to be indicating that maybe there's truth, others not so much, which we're going to cover in this entire video because I want to give you guys a full picture of this, and I can't do it in a quick 3-ish minute video because this isn't just a quick blurb piece of news like I like to cover, so we really got to get into it. So first and foremost, let's touch upon the first piece we need to go over, which is the production delay. So what's happened is that Production Weekly has updated their charts and everything for upcoming films, which are due out, well, within the next year to 2 to sometimes 3 years. And, well, this came right after we saw WB's earnings call and all that. And I already covered, what's going on with WB and DC and the potential of a sale. If you guys haven't watched that, it will be a recommended video. I highly suggest you watch that because maybe this connects to that. Either way, though, Production Weekly updated The Batman Part 2, and instead of production starting this September or October, remember, Matt Reeves likes 2 years, production has been bumped to March of 2026. So now we're looking at, again, a longer wait to start, but a shorter production, which isn't how Matt Reeves likes to operate. And again, this is worrying because once this starts to happen, we're again in the same holding pattern where it's just constant delay after constant delay after constant delay, which again, there's various reasons that this is happening. And again, productions aren't necessarily always accurate, but the way that everything is listed for the Batman Part 2 and all the troubles that WB is having, and now with other films having some questionable development in relation to them, there's a lot here. Where there's smoke, there's obviously fire. Which brings us to the second point of all of this, which is recent comments by multiple different people associated with the film. So recently, Robert Pattinson, Batman, stated that he's not fully aware of when exactly productions are going to be starting and what's going on. He knows the general ideas behind the film, but again, there's a lot that he doesn't know. And he's not even sure if production is going to start when it's supposed to, which again connects to this as now we're hearing of delays. But the big other factor here is, and to me this is the important one, that's Matt Reeves. He's been very quiet. Which brings me to the recent reports about Matt Reeves' health. So what we recently heard, and I made a video on this, is that Matt Reeves is, and I quote, in a Chadwick Boseman situation, end quote. Now, I ripped this apart because if it's true, I think that's absolutely disheartening that somebody would get some piece of news like this and leak it out there if they in fact know something, or if they're making something up, it could look really bad. We know that Matt Reeves is having some sort of personal issue. We don't know what it is. A lot of signs pointed to his health, but again, these are just what people are saying after that initial report. The other sign, which is a notable one, which I covered just briefly in a video, is the fact that he was spotted multiple times without his wedding band. So people suspect it's something to do with his personal life. And that seems to be more of an indication, but we don't know the full story. So whatever it is, I don't want to sit here. I don't want to do TMZ work and talk about what this person or that person has said, because that's really none of my business. All I want is for Matt Reeves to be healthy, to hopefully recover from whatever's going on and give us a follow-up to Batman. Outside of his, involvement with Batman, I'm not obsessed with his personal life, and it's none of my business, and I just hope that him and his family are okay. And I think that's how most people should be, but I know that's not how it goes, unfortunately. So whether or not it's Matt Reeves' health, that's something that we'll discuss later on. But what I really want to discuss, and this is important, is what's going on with the production listings. Because production listings do not list Matt Reeves as the director. And the last time we saw this was when Thebatman was not listing Ben Affleck as the director or Zack Snyder as a producer. So unfortunately, we do not have those videos on here anymore, as WB decided to copyright every single video that included any single clip, which is why these videos now just got to include images, and they're still terrible about even letting that, because they don't like people talking about anything, which is why you guys see a lack of DC content across the internet now, because people are afraid. But neither here nor there. What happened was when they revealed that Thebatman was officially greenlit by WB, Production Weekly and a press release went out, and Matt Reeves was not mentioned on that at all when it came to his association with Ben Affleck, who was co-directing and producing. All we saw was Matt Reeves, no Ben Affleck. And even before that, when it was rumored that Ben Affleck would direct, those early productions listings listed him. But when the updates were made, there was no mention of Ben Affleck. And then they updated to Matt Reeves, and people were like, well, still, he's going to direct Ben Affleck's film. But Ben Affleck was never added. When this happens, typically it's because the talent has left. So what we're seeing with Matt Reeves is that he's not listed as a producer or a director for Thebatman Part 2. Now, chances are he'll still remain as a production credit if he leaves, because he has to. It's his universe and stuff. But he might not be directing. And if it has to do with his health, then that's understandable. If he's been removed because he can't do it on time, and if it's related to something else, again, that's understandable. I don't think he's fired, because they're giving him time and room to figure his stuff out. They clearly want him. But something is going on here, and him not being listed as a director is very telling. So we don't know what's going on. I don't want to speculate here. Again, all respect to Matt Reeves, and I'm hoping that he's okay, not wishing ill will on anybody. As somebody who desperately wants more of this universe and this character and this Batman, his health comes first. And if there is a chance that he's leaving the film and no longer directing it, then nothing but respect to him for the work that he's put in so far, and hopefully he can find his way through whatever is going wrong. So hopefully this video has covered all the bases for you guys, so you know what's happening, what might be the outcome, and now we just wait and we'll see what happens. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.